Welcome back, it's Io the Boat. We have a new video for Ace Attorney meta featuring a spicy deck that plays a lot like a very popular deck that just got rotated. That deck was Uroboros. We now have Oichi Despair Biocapsule Gathering, which plays a lot like Uroboros and has similar momentum swing and constant pressure. The focus of the deck is to find Lord of the Sewers. That's like our False Throne. It's a key card that if we see it, we'll have a lot of beginning momentum. However, we don't see it, that's fine, because the rest of the deck is designed to buy us time until we do find Sewers. Once we find Sewers, we can use it as a perfect block using the Biocapsule weapon, and this will give us a 4/7 Hunter. The 4/7 Hunter is also a 5 MP cost unit, which we don't have any 5 MP units in our deck. Mind you, we now have a 3 MP Biocapsule in our graveyard once the card dies. We can use Defect to bring back the Biocapsule and create another 4/7 unit. Or we can use Hell Judecca, which is an Ascension unit that brings back a 3 MP unit to our field. Effectively, the deck is designed to recur a lot of 4/7s. It doesn't stop there. In the deck we also play 3 copies of Demon Gathering. Demon Gathering destroys one of our units, and when it dies, it brings back a unit that is a similar MP or higher onto the field from our deck. So as you can see, we don't have any 5 MP units, so once we kill Hunters, it'll bring us back one of the 8 cost units in our deck, which all of these cards are great to have at any given moment. It's important to use Demon Gathering sparingly, because while there are not a lot of cards that can kill Hunter, it is important that you use it when you have a lot of MP, during response phase if the Hunter is already dying, or when you're in a pinch. Why are we using Oichi Despair instead of Uroboros for this build? Because Oichi Despair can bring back multiple copies of 3 MP units from our graveyard, which if we have multiple Biocapsules, we can bring back a lot of 4/7s. In addition, if we have Hell Judecca in our discard pile, then we'll have a 4/6 that comes back to the field. Uroboros also packed a decent amount of destroys, and we also have that on deck in our build. Here is the QR code. Let's check out some gameplay.
Are you all alone? Me too.
Well, we have a bad matchup because they can remove our Biocapsules, so we're gonna have to play pretty carefully here. It's a bad matchup, but it's also not an abysmal one. As long as we play this correctly, we should be able to do fine. This hand is pretty good. We drew into Sewers and Defect, so this means that we can already do some recursion at the beginning of the game. We also have this 4 MP kill spell, so we can remove a threat. That's probably one of the biggest things about playing this deck, is you want to make sure that you save the kill cards in your hand for things that truly matter. Like FDR. You definitely want to kill FDR when he drops. There's not many things that do that too. Sure, that's fine. They kind of just help us there. And then now we can bring it back.
Come on, hero.
That's fine. Hopefully he goes top. That'd be great. Nice. Now we just wait. You can use Hell Judecca when one of these are about to die, and then it'll bring us back another Biocapsule. I probably should have done top, because they were both the same price. Oh well. Uh-oh. Nope, that's fine. And then that's why we also have this with the zombie, so we can do that. And look at us go. And we got all of that value just from one Biocapsule. We've only drawn one Biocapsule. So they're trying to make that into a 4/7, but if we kill it, then nothing happens. So we're gonna kill it. They will have GDI now. Okay. So it'll turn that Hunter into a 1 cost. I mean, not 1 cost, 1 health. Or they can just do that. That works too. Well, in this case, I think I am going to predation. I don't want to, but I will.
This one.
Oh, dang it. We had defects. I didn't think defect was going to be our next card.
This is coming.
It's okay. They have GDI, so we can't use our hero art, unfortunately. Let's start to put some pressure out. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully they GDI this. If they GDI this, then we're in a good spot. It doesn't look like they're going to, though. I don't want to do that. If I do this, it'll turn into 100.
Here.
Because it's gonna hit the board. And then they won't have a chance to... They won't have a chance to use GDI on the Biocapsule. Wow, they're smart. That was a smart play. So they killed our zombie so that the defects would have a 50-50 chance of bringing him back. And it won in their favor. Strider card. I'm gonna go ahead and use Demon Gathering, but I feel like they have something for this.
This one.
They have to. Oh, they don't? Nice, so we get another pick. We have Orochi now. Any Demon Gatherings we draw will get us nothing now, because we've drawn into all of our 8 costs. We also have a lot of pressure now, too. So this is fine. Alright, that's on the board now. I can wait till Francisca comes out and then kill him that way. That's probably the best method. That's fine. They don't know we have Francisca, but we have Francisca. Yep. Just cake it on. Sure. I'm not going to be able to make this block. I'm too slow. I'm not Kyle P. Oh, hey, I made the block.
So, how did I do?
Some closing thoughts about this deck. It plays like Uroboros. It's probably going to be a dark horse deck, meaning that because it's a unpredictable deck, it could win you a lot of good games, but at the same time, it's only based on how well you draw and how the cards fall. So it's a strong deck, but it's not super consistent. It's very like Uroboros, because Uroboros is the same way. Some other tips that I have with this deck is the zombie. It's a very expendable card. You know, it's not a deck that synergizes with the deck a whole lot, but it buys us time, and it's also a good ascension fodder with Hell Judecca. Like that one game that we saw, I was able to use zombie to ascend with Hell Judecca and then bring back a Biocapsule. I definitely don't know how I feel about Punishment for Betrayal. I like the card a lot, but there are times where your opponent just doesn't have any 3 attack or higher cards, so this ends up being a dead card in your hand. So if you want, you can just cut it down to 1 copy of Punishment for Betrayal and then just add in more destroy cards like Obliteration. Some other weird cards in our deck is we have Return of the Heretics. This card brings back unit cards from your discard pile. So in that last game, if the opponent, you know, dragged out the game even longer, then this would be our card to basically late game the whole game by bringing back any of the 8 cost cards in our discard pile and then just you know, playing the game out. Now this card is worse in the early and mid game phases, but late game it's what we have it in the deck for. But I could see this card being cut. We also have Bolt Reaver's Valor. We do play a lot of actions, so getting to that 7 memory is not a stretch. And having this as an option, it can be pretty good some games, but definitely expendable. And that's pretty much it for the deck. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment to let me know what you think of this deck.